Hi everyone, in this video we will see how to use a ForEach loop in JMeter. So first I created a simple thread group with a dummy response as a dummy response with four values. So if you go to the dummy response, uh, so we have three values here. Three values in our dummy response, and I'm using a JSON extractor to capture the values of all the names of my response, my JSON response. So after using that in the for each condition, in for each loop, so we have a facility that we can iterate through a variable. If you know if the values are storing in a list is that if you're trying to iterate a value, then instead of going for while or loop condition, here we can use our correlated value and we can put it in loop condition for each controller. So JMeter will take care until the value complete from the JMeter. So here I'm using the first name as my variable. So if you see the first name, so this is the first name which I'm using from JSON extractor, and which I'm capturing all the values from my response. So if my response having three values, for each will execute for three times. If my response changes for 10, the loop will iterate for 10 times. If only for one, it will iterate for one. Okay, so it will JMeter will have a full control on the data what it captured, and it will iterate through the values until not equal to null. Okay, so if it has only one value, I'm repeating again. If it is having only the list is having only one value, then it will run one time. The for each will run for one time. If the variable, what you captured is having a 10 values, then it will iterate for 10 iterations of your for each. Okay, so here I'm even you have an control to from where it has to start. So I'm giving the index at 0. So from the base, it has to start. So if you want to, if you have 100 in your variable, so if you want to stop at 10, you can mention your maximum loop time. I mean loop count. So if you have 100, if you feel like it will be iterating for 100 times, if you have 100 times and it is not your expected business requirement, then you need to do it for only for time 5 10. So no need to jump to a while or any other loop controller. So you can have a control here, the putting the end count here. So it's a optional value. I'm not putting it. So the starting value is 0. I'm adding it. Now, yeah, I'm taking this variable and added here in my request as a first name. So now, if you see that, I will add it in aggregate report. So we'll have a number of count of transactions. So I'm running it. It executed three times. So if you see that sample doesn't respond, you have three values: one, two, three. Now the print name for each is executed for three times. If you come to the view results tree and simple response, the last name is Richard, and here the last name is Richard again. Okay, so it was iterated for three times. Now we'll add one more response to our one more JSON object to our response to see how it behaves. Richard 1, I'm making Richard 1. Okay, Richard 1 2. I'm rerunning it. Now it was executed with four values. Richard 12, and the last value is Richard 12. So yeah, now if you want to control it, I'm making it 2. Now it will stop at Richard. It will stop at Richard. 1, 2. So two variables. So now we have four values. It has 2. So the count is, we have made the count, loop count as a 2. Okay. So if you make 3, then value will iterate for 3 times. You have the four values. But still you are controlling your loop controller to end at 3 count only. So it was iterated for only 3. Now it came to Richard. Okay, so the main point to use the for each list is if you want to iterate your request based on your response what you have, or if you want to hit your request all the values would capture, then you can go for the for each loop. So if you have a limit count, I mean, like if you want to iterate only for 4 times or 5 times without any dependency on your JMeter variable, then you can go for loop controller. So if you want to do based on some response of your request, then you can go for while request. So, like for example, if the response is only success, then you have to reiterate your request. I mean, rerun your request, then you go for while. So, if you want to iterate through your variable, then you can go for each. If there is no conditions and you want to make it, you want make it to run it for 5 times or 2 times, and you know the count how many times it has to run, then you can go for loop controller. So there's a difference between loop, for each, and while controller. Thanks for listening, dear friends.